Hello, this is Guarded Trace. In our latest episode of Dragon Ball Super, it was a baseball themed episode. And this episode was centered by none other than Yamcha.
野球はこうやってやるんだ。老雅夫婦投球権。
Yamcha got his own episode?
What?
It's amazing that he got his own episode, especially considering how minor of a character Yamcha is at this point.
野球をなめるなよ。今日だけは主役の座は渡さないぜ。
Now, one thing about Yamcha is he has always been the series' resident butt monkey. And there's really a lot of reasons as to why. First of all, he was beaten in the first round of every single Tenkaichi Budokai. The first one he was in, he loses to Jackie Chun. The second one that he's in, he loses to Ten Shinhan, who even went as far as to break his leg. The third one he was in, he lost to Hero, which was actually Kami possessing some average Joe. And pretty much he's been a joke as well, with his original goal for wanting the Dragon Balls is to get over his fear of talking to girls. And then things get worse for him by the time Dragon Ball Z rolls around, where he gets killed by a Cyberman, of all things. He didn't even die because of Nappa or Vegeta, he died because a fucking Cyberman blew up in his face. And that is something that Yamcha has never been able to hear the end of. And then when you just take the final nail in the coffin and consider that he loses his girlfriend, Bulma, to Vegeta. He lost his woman to a guy who was previously his enemy. It's like, wow. Everyone's been a huge dick to Yamcha. And then by the time we get to the Android Saga and Yamcha almost gets killed by Dr. Gero, Yamcha at that point says, you know what, it's just time to pack it in and call it a day. I can't keep up at this point. So really, Toriyama and the Dragon Ball Z universe just really hasn't been fair to this guy. The one thing that Yamcha has displayed that he can do is play baseball. Because as you see, says in Dragon Ball Z, you see scenes of Yamcha as a Major League Baseball player. Now, you'll probably say, but those scenes are filler. Yes, they are, because they're not present in the manga. However, those examples of filler were written by Toriyama. It is a Toriyama concept for Yamcha to play baseball. Because you remember, Toriyama was responsible for some of the filler, and Yamcha playing baseball is one of them. So now we have here in Dragon Ball Super an episode pretty much where Yamcha gets his day in the limelight, something he hasn't gotten in a long ass time. Because we have this whole thing going on where Champa is on his way to Earth to challenge Beerus to a game of baseball, but of course his actual aim is to eat all the delicious food on Earth that he can, and he's just using this baseball thing as a ruse. But they do actually play it, and right now we have characters who have never played baseball before, like Vegeta, Piccolo, Goku. None of these guys have. Like, pretty much none of the Z fighters have any idea how to play baseball. Apparently, Gohan doesn't know how to play it either, despite the fact that he plays it when he's in high school, and that scene was present in the manga. So it looks like Toriyama forgot about a little something. Yes, Gohan, you have played baseball, so don't bullshit us.
I'll have you ducking for cover like a sissy.
Watch out!
Ah, you idiot! Why didn't you duck like a sissy?
The episode is just this chaotic mess going on where you have like Goku going Super Saiyan Blue and hitting the ball so hard he causes the stadium to explode. So Vado and Whis have to repair it. You have all of this shit where it's like a baseball beam struggle. Vegeta throws the ball at Goku. Goku's trying to hold it back and swing. It's like, oh my god.
何この俺様の渾身の一球が押されているだとクソ誰だうわそんなの兄かよ観念しろケカロッタ
So really, the only one that knows what the fuck they're doing is Yamcha. Now the characters were acting a lot like the fandom. Now even the characters are aware of how useless Yamcha is, but then Bulma goes on to comment that baseball is the one thing that Yamcha's good at.
やめちゃったらなんだか見直しちゃったわ。
いやいやどうもどうも
In universe, they're acknowledging just how useless Yamcha has been. I don't know if they themselves are just thinking this, if they just realize this, or if this is just something that has been done so that the characters are reflecting what the fandom thinks, but either way, it's funny as hell. And then there are many moments where Yamcha just gets pummeled around, like where Vegeta actually hit Yamcha with the baseball. It's like, dude.
野球では負けない調子に乗るなデッドボール
You already took his woman. You gotta be this big of a dick to him now? You gotta remember that Yamcha is greatly overpowered by everyone else there. You know, you have the other Z fighters except for Tien and Chaozu. You have the Universe 6 tournament fighters. You have Beerus and Champa. All these incredibly powerful guys who can easily overpower Yamcha. And like Yamcha's focus is to make it through this game and not die. Because there's lots of areas where he could have been killed.
俺は生きて戻れるんだろうかいや生きて戻るんだ絶対にやるぜ
And ultimately, Yamcha gets the victory for Universe 7. And then we see him in that iconic pose that he was in after he got killed by the Cyberman. And people were actually saying, hey, this pose looks familiar. So they remember this shit. Oh my god. You know, this episode was kind of a breath of fresh air in certain ways, and also the previous episode too, featuring Aurelie. It's like they're trying to do these things in order to make up for how terrible the Future Trunks arc was, and especially with how terribly it ended. And as far as I'm concerned, Dragon Ball Super functions better when it's doing these goofy slice of life things. When it's trying to like be an action series akin to how Dragon Ball Z was, it just fails really hard at it. And I gotta say, I do like that Yamcha got his own episode because, well, he's gotten nothing throughout the series. So one thing we see is that you can take everything away from him, even his woman, but no matter what, you cannot take away his baseball. You can't take Yamcha's baseball. You can't take Yamcha's ball. He got blew up by a Cyberman, and Bulma left him for a Saiyan. But you can't take Yamcha's baseball. You can't take Yamcha's ball. He lost 1, 2, 3 tournaments, but not baseball. So hey, kudos for you, Yamcha. And congratulations, you didn't die, though you came very close to. Hey, Yamcha's getting his own spin-off manga now, so I guess things are finally looking up for him. Now, what do you guys think of Yamcha's Day in the Limelight episode? Did you think it was good? Did you think it was bad? Hey, whatever your opinion, leave it in the comments below. Also, like and subscribe for more content to come. So that'll be it for this video. This is Trace signing out.